Hi everyone, a very good evening to you. Here we are again with our program Real Talk from Woman to Woman. Today is Friday and we are giving continuation to the virtues, speaking about the virtues of the virtuous woman in Proverbs 31. Today we are reflecting on verse 16. Now, if you have missed any of the previous episodes, you can go to our YouTube channel and you go search for the playlist, the Virtuous Woman series, and then you will find all the previous episodes if you have missed them. You may also share this video. You may share all the other videos, the playlist, with your family and friends. Okay, so let's go ahead and reflect on these virtues of this wonderful woman that is not Wonder Woman, okay? Is not Mission Impossible, is not a perfect woman, but is a woman that is always looking into improving herself to please God above all, and also to be an example of who God is before everyone, whether it is family, friends, at work, at home, school, everywhere. This is a good reference how we have to work, the aim we have to have for ourselves. Okay, so let's go ahead and read today's proverb verse. And it says, Proverbs 31:16. She considers a field and buys it. From her profits, she plants a vineyard. Look, I really want to speak about this because it's quite an important point in here. You see, when it speaks about this virtuous woman, you see a person that has no debts. Okay, how can a person buy a field? Not by borrowing money from people. There are people that they enrich themselves by cheating on others, right? By making a friend sign a loan and give the money to them, or making a friend being their warrantor. And then when they get the money, they run away and they go and build their house and purchase a land. But the virtuous woman is not like that. The virtuous woman is a woman that is very conscious and careful the way she spends her money, or the way she uses her money, and she knows how to save money. For what purpose? For her to, when an opportunity comes to buy a field, she goes and buy. Often you hear in the church these, we always teach you that you as a person of God should not depend and be living on someone else's house, but you have to build your house. And in order for you to build your house, you also need to have the land title where you are going to build your house. You need to have the field itself where you are going to build your house, right? The only way for you to do that is when you are very conscious the way you spend your money. You do not spend money recklessly. You don't spend money like we've heard in many cases in the church. Thank God they have changed, that they were shopaholics. They had an addiction of shopping, 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 even when they did not need. Sometimes they didn't even use what they bought. They just saw it and then they desired it and they bought it. And then they spent all their money, all their hard work money, the money they earned out of their hard work, they spent it on shopping. Others is with the addictions. Others is treating people with the baracadas. They are with friends and they want to show off, and then they go here, eat here, eat there, travel here, travel there. But a virtuous woman is not like that. A virtuous woman is a person that is very careful with the money she earns. She knows that is God given. Okay, the person worked, you have worked towards that money, but it was God who gave you the health, who gave you the strength to wake up every day early in the morning. So what you do, you want to honor God with your possessions. Okay, so how you do, you manage your finances wisely. You are not a person that is easily influenced by friends that use emotional blackmail and make you in trouble financially, right? You are also not easily influenced by your parents, your loved ones, your relatives that keep asking you money, asking you for help, but you know the time when to say no. You know the time to say, you know what, uh, enough is enough. Now I'm going to be looking after my own life. I'm going to be looking after my children. I'm going to be looking after my future. You are not moved and swayed by the emotional blackmail or the pressure that your family puts on. I heard, I've already told you this before, I'm going to repeat. Once I was evangelizing with the sister Lorna, and we went to PNB to ask permission if they would allow us to evangelize inside or even leave the leaflets there of the church, so that the people, when they go there to resolve their bank issues, for them to have access to the leaflets. And then the manager, he was very friendly with us, and he was even telling us, um, commending us for the work we do, helping people, helping the for overseas workers to and teach them to save money, how to manage their finances. And he was saying, look, you don't know, our problem here we have in the bank is that these ladies, they work so hard. And you could see that he meant what he was saying. He was not happy about the bank, the people, the loans that people take in the bank. But he was saying, we can see it's so sad because they work so hard, from sunrise and most to sunrise in some cases. And when they go back home, it's a very small portion or percentage of people that actually go back home with a house, with land, with a prospective business. Usually when they finish their contract, what happens? They go back home empty-handed. And if they bring something back home, usually cannot cover for them to buy a house or to build a house, to buy a land. And then he said, and then the problem, the even worse problem, is that the family that they supported all these years, they have spent all their hard-earned money on their family relatives. Now they consider this person that worked the entire life for them as a waste. How I forgot the word he said in Chinese, 磨用, troublemakers. They only come now to give us trouble. Imagine you work so hard and then you go back home, and that's the treatment you receive from those people that you have been working your entire life. We have cases in the church of many ladies that they are years and years here. They even never thought about their love life, just working for their family. And when they reach the age of retirement, they find themselves alone, everybody leaves, no one cares about them. So with this program, I don't want here to how can I say, to make you feel bad about your current financial situation, but I want you to consider these words and don't be swayed, moved. Don't allow the emotional blackmail to sink in, to enter into you, and you make decisions that in the future you are going to regret it. So the aim of this program is for you to understand a woman of God, a woman that has virtue, that is virtuous, also knows how to say no, also knows how to save, right? And like the Bible says, she considers a field, so she considers, she has a plan, and then she buys it. She buys it because she has savings. She has saved her life. She had a portion that she, first of all, honored God, obviously. Secondly, another portion that she used for the family, or especially children, right? Bringing the children to school, giving a better education to the children, but also has some sort of savings. Okay? From her profits, you see, profits, look at the word, from her profits, she plants a vineyard. So if she has profits, is because she had an investment. She invested in something and it brought profit to her. And now out of the profit, of that profit, she goes and plants a vineyard, meaning she plants a vineyard, has a plantation that when she goes back home, when she retires, the vineyard is providing the support, the financial support that she needs at her retirement. Okay, and notice, from her profits, again, not from a debt, not acquiring a debt, not persuading someone to get into debt in order for you to make your life more comfortable. So a virtuous woman, she has this quality. Okay, she considers a field and buys it. She has plans. She plans, she looks around, she searches, she sees the benefits, the things that are not so beneficial. She weighs things. For example, when you go back home, you have to consider, okay, the time I go back home, where I want to be, the location I want to be, because you don't want to be in a remote area where there is no church, where you cannot continue seeking God's presence. You cannot continue being, continue honoring God with your life, serving God. You consider the place. You consider. You don't just buy a land because it's available and now you have the money. But you consider, when I go back home, the church is in this location. So when I go back home, I'm going to have a house. I'm going to have my field. I'm going to have my business near the church so that I can continue investing in my spiritual life. When you consider many things, and then you buy it, and from your profits, from the profits you have earned here, from your long service, you plant a vineyard, you open a business, and then you live indeed very comfortable. You go back home not empty-handed. All right, that honors God. Okay, so that's what I would like to leave you today, and we will be back again with another virtues of the virtuous woman next Monday. May God bless you. Stay in faith. See you this weekend at the church. This weekend we have a lot of things going on. We have our event for OFW's event, right? The Beat Depression event. And make sure you come and bring your family and friends. Invite someone that needs help. Bring them to the church, and let's seek the Holy Spirit. We are still in the month of justice. It's the last Sunday of justice. So let's put full power this weekend. That's all we have time for today, and we'll see you again next month. One more thing before I go. Coming up, not this weekend, but the following weekend, we have our Godlywood self-help meeting. You cannot miss this one, right? Because we are virtuous women. May God bless you. See you then. Bye-bye. Has this program been of help for you? Feel free to share with someone who also will benefit from watching it. You feel free to press the share button, and if you want, you can like it and leave your comments below. God bless.